here. There we go. Yeah, so never complacent about this. You can it can take you at any time. It can force you to lose your balance at any time. So just be extra mindful of that, as always. Right, just see where we are here. I can't really see the right hand side of this ruttish bit, so okay, so here you can see where I took down the tree, the mighty tree. Let me just go into this side. There we go, back into the centre bit. There we go. Cool. Bit of cooling trees here. Very nice. I don't think I'm going to be that fortunate today, with the rest of the trails. A lot of them are quite exposed to the to the sun and stuff like that. So it's going to be a hot ride. It's going to get hotter and hotter by the minute as well. I may just have to put this video in a few parts actually, because I can already feel that it's going to have to do a bit of editing as I go along, just for the closed byway and stuff like that. But hopefully not too much. I think doing it in a one might be a bit of a stretch really. But we'll see. So it'll be like part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, that kind of thing. But sometimes I'll put them all on a playlist anyway, so just check out my playlists on there. And I tend to do not just my channel but other channels as well. I look at their playlists, and if I'm doing something, if I like the videos or like their video, then I just play the playlist and I have it on in the background whilst I'm doing something else as well. So I just watch, it's almost like background noise, or I'm watching that video whilst I'm doing something else, whilst I'm writing something, so that kind of thing. There we go. All right. I appreciate sometimes that my grunts and my deep throat breathing isn't exactly ideal viewing or listening, but yeah, you can always turn the volume down if you need to. Right, just gonna, I actually can't remember how far. Okay, this gets to the narrow bit, that's right. So this is the byway bit. I wouldn't be surprised if there are horses coming the opposite way. I'm banking on there not be. Now, really, I suppose if I'm really banking on it, I should have come this afternoon a little bit more, because that's when they're not going to really take the horses out per se, because it's just going to be too hot. There's a lot of science in horses and stuff like that, and their body temperature. You don't want them to overheat. Not that I really know anything about them, but I've gone to a few horse places in the past, incidents in the past, and well, just one or two. And yeah, so overheating is obviously a big consideration for the horses. And these are these are racing horses, jump horses as well in the winter month. So they are prime specimens really. They're athletes. In horse terms, in equine terms, they're athletes. So really need to protect that investment. And that's why I'm kind of respectful of it as well. I don't want to do anything when I'm riding that can upset any animal, for a start. But certainly horses, which, if they got a rider on, if that horse bolts, then, you could injure the rider as well, or, you could certainly do damage to the horse as well, so, or even worse. So, anyway, that's my bit. That's my bit of that, right. It's relatively wide and flat, so it's not a major drama right now. I'm pretty sure I'm coming to the end of the trail. Yeah, I can see it up ahead. It's like goes into the farm track again. Farm entrance there. That's fine. Right. Down with the visor, not the wind noise. Right, so basically coming back into Lambourne itself now. The actual village, and then I'm going to come out and then come immediately out of it. So this is going to be a bit of a tricky one, I think. So let's go really gently. Kind of going off the camera, it's really downhill. Basically I've got to go towards that farm, that's where I've got to get to. Right at the bottom there. See how we get, how far we get. And this is kind of country sort of byway here a little bit. Got the rut and which I'm going along. Also got the rut on the left hand side. Deceptive, very deceptive. You know, just wants to, you know, mess with your melon a little bit. And you know, there we go. Got lots of fallen branches, aren't there? I mean, amazing really. There we go. I'm just going to get away from this side here because it's clipping my peg, and it will act to destabilize me a little bit. Oh, look at this. No. Do I? No. Do you know what? I don't. Right. See how far we get. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Right. Right, there we go. Awkward one, very narrow rut. I can see it clearly, full of little rocks which are just flipping me all over the place. All on the back brake, and clutch. Lots of steering going on here. There we go. Yeah, you think you're okay because it's a narrow rut, no grass, but then it's the little rocks underneath that is just flipping you left and right. Okay, so pretty much into the bottom. There we go. Look, I can see. I wonder. Let me ask a question. There we go. It's farmers. I wonder if it's farmers or forestry or something who's in charge of. Yep. Huh. Hi. Make it. Yeah. Hello, fella. Which is the byway? Is it that way? That way. Yeah, lovely.
Where do you want to end up?
Oh, I'm doing them all today, so I'm just going to past Farncombe Farm and then.
That way.
Yeah.
Those trees, or that goes back up onto Ermine Street.
Ah, lovely. Okay. Will I get through there? Hopefully. Lovely. Okay. That's good. Always ask your locals. Alright, good. can I just say, sometimes it helps to act a little bit not in the know, so you just kind of ask people, and that kind of engages with them, gets them involved, and it feels as if sometimes it makes them help you or want to help you a little bit. Do you know what I mean? You know, I know, you know, there is a bit of get off my land sometimes, but you know, you approach it in a certain way, and you know, it pays you back tenfold, really. Anyway, right. So this bit here, on the back brake. Whoa, that rear tyre really wanted to slide there. There we go, straight across, straight up here. I'll just go left. Let's see where we're at. Go right side. Into the centre just a little bit, but I'm cautious on the right hand side of the veg. Yeah, no veg for us. Okay. So I'm not riding right on the track because I want to stay away from the hedge on the right hand side. You know, it catches a handlebar, that's it. It will flip you, even at slow speed. So, you know, just be aware of that, of course. Especially this time of year, summer, when they're full of leaves, so you can't really see if it's, you know, full thick branches or just little twigs that, you know, just popping out. Right, so I'm going straight on. Yeah, that's just a farm field entrance there. That's lovely. Very, very nice indeed, this is. I do like this. And this is like a track that, yeah, it's overgrown a little bit, but it hasn't been abused, which I like. You know, it hasn't been deeply rotted. I think it's quite chalky underneath, really compacted as well, which kind of, you know, helps a little bit. Well, not a little bit, it helps a lot, you know. So it's a well trodden byway, but it's you know, it's definitely workable, Right, so just got to make sure I know, because I've got a crossroads coming up. Just got to make sure which one I route, because I go left and right on another part of the it goes into one big loop, you see. So then I think I go straight over. This is very loose on the front tyre here. Whoa. Just really taking this easy. I hope this little commentary is not putting you off too much. I really am just trying to give you you know, a warts and all idea of what it's like. Okay, so that's left and right. Now let me just 12. Okay, no, it is go left. Okay, go left first. There we go. Right. Right. Nice. I mean, I grew up on this kind of thing, these farm tracks, you know, this kind of thing, and you know, riding through sort of ruts as well. But you know, always learned at a young age, just avoid the ruts, you know. I can see there's a bit of a bank on the right hand side. That's why I'm going on the left hand side of the wheel mark, as it were, just trying to get away from the edge. Let me just come to the centre. There we go. And now keep me away. You know, snagging pegs or levers or handlebars, you know, it's, you know, something again. You know, there's so much to be looking out for, but you know, hopefully you can. Alright, this is a bit of a. Alright, okay. narrows up a little bit here. Obviously, you can see the side. Front tyre has been flipped left and right here just now, because it's again narrow right, can't really see it, but I'll just see where we are. There we go, out of there. Yeah, crocodiles and spiders, as I say, that's what it's all about. Just knowing where it can get you and where it can't. Right, so I just keep on going down this one. Right, just go onto the centre ground here. Lovely, very nice, beautiful day. Hopefully you can see, you know, away from the track itself. I'm hoping you're getting a good view of the area. It is really beautiful rolling countryside. Yeah, you know, I love to ride in the trees and everything, but actually, you know, when this kind of thing, it is just glorious to ride, especially when, although you're kind of looking in directly in front of the front tyre and looking ahead, when you've got a relatively easy track to ride, you know, you can take time to really admire the view, you know, and if you can't, then probably just stop and then admire the view, you know. It's just amazing, absolutely amazing. I suppose, you know, always whatever floats your boat. I mean, I'm a bit of a country boy at heart, I suppose. You know, I live in this built-up area, but I do like the quiet life, and as he says, riding his motorbike through the countryside. Jeez, you know, but it is lovely just to get out there, get out in the sticks, and see where we're at. You know. Now I'm hoping that my camera is going to last the test of time here, because this really should take about 3 hours, this ride. I'm into an hour and a half already, and I'm not even halfway around, so it might be 4 hours. So we'll see how we go, you know. For a farm. Yeah. Okay. So this is the next byway here. Let's take it easy. And I'm just on the left-hand side here a little bit. That's nice. Oh, this is nice, tree-lined. Bit of a wrecked car there. You know, this trail here reminds me of many tracks that I've ridden or ridden around Europe as well. You know, France, very France-like on the left-hand side with these trees. You know, tree-lined roads, avenues, and stuff like that. And then you can get dirt tracks exactly the same, especially in the countryside. You know, it's the same all over, isn't it? You can go to a country and you only see a tiny small fraction of that country. So, you know, other areas, you know, everybody goes to a country and you can have a totally different experience of that country depending on where you go and what you go and see. You know, if you are able to get onto the dirt trails or on the back roads, you know, getting off the motorway, you know, get off the highway, you know, as in Doc Hollywood, you know, you see a whole new world, you know. But anyway, so this is kind of a little bit of a loop here, and I say I hadn't ridden this one before. So okay, so that's a field. Now I'm not sure whether it's that way or oh no, it's okay. It's not that way because that's all closed off. Right. I'll just stay in the centre here, just in case there is a bit of a snagger on the right hand side. Yeah, I can see right up ahead. Look. That's where I got to get to. Down there. Yeah. So basically I've got to go down there, turn right, and then go for another big loop and come back down that chalky track that you can see directly ahead of, right in the distance, going back up the hill. Yeah. So as I said, you know, I'm not really covered here. This is really exposed. So, you know, just riding on this very thin, mini, shallow rut here, very narrow, shallow rut. Kind of, do you know what? It comes back to that gut feeling again. Not too sure. I can see the right-hand side of the track on my right-hand side. It's very high-sided. Same with the left-hand side. So I'm kind of just sticking with this right now, and you know, see how we go. Yeah, you know, the front tyre really is. It really doesn't. I mean, I could have gone to the left-hand side here, but I'm kind of. The problem is I'm off camber, and it really does want to throw me a little bit. So I'm just gonna, and I can see down right to the bottom. That actually gets quite deep, those ruts on the left and the right. So do you know what? Let's just stick with this for now. Except that it's a little bit uncomfortable, but it's definitely workable. So I can see the bottom there. This is going to be like this all the way to the bottom, pretty much. Actually, no, the right isn't that bad, actually. On that left side. Yeah. Just taking it easy. So really the grass is masking where I need to be, so just getting ready with my feet, just in case, you know, loses your balance. And just for your information, I am sat down as well. I mean, I'm not, you know, I'm not always on the pegs. You know, sometimes I go up on the pegs, but a lot of the time I'm not. And especially when it's like this, I tend to prefer to be sat down. Because one, I don't want to drop the bike, and because it's, you know, big and heavy and it's a big old lump and everything like that. The other hand, the other reason is because, you know, I just think you got better control if you lose your balance and you need to put your foot down. You know, your foot is almost there if you need to quickly put it down. And also you can sometimes just ride along with your feet off the pegs and just get a, you know, walk your way along a little bit, and it kind of gives you a better idea of where your hazards are, you know, where you, so you can pull it in a little bit. So right now you see big drop left and right. There we go, back on the pegs. Alright. Hold on. That was 14. This is saying turn left. How can that be turn left? Oh. Okay.